for her lady bits, and she needed to get there. And she was like, "Yeah, you got to drive me." He's like, "Why do I have to drive you?" Like, well, because I'm not comfortable, so you have to drive me. It's like, okay, fine, whatever. So drove her to her appointment, and then the roads yesterday were looking good.
The main roads are fine. If they could please specifically come and do the roads around our place, it would be much appreciated.
Why your place is not my place?
Every place.
There's a lot of places to do those roads.
I know. We were supposed to cat sit this weekend, and the person just canceled because there's like 4 inches of what's the thing you sent me called?
Oh my gosh.
Snowcrete.
Snowcrete.
When ice and snow is packed so much into the pavement that it cannot be brought up and plowed, shoveled, whatever. We got Snowcrete.
Yeah, good stuff. I love learning
new words
weather
every
terms.
day.
Shout out to Antoine in the chat.
Day.
He sent that to me. He's like, hey,
that's funny.
Just so you know, he wants it to be a bit. He wants us every day to have a new weather phenomenon to talk about. It makes sense. Another one of those things like, oh, it makes sense for that to be a thing. Just something, though, that I never thought about. Never thought about what happens when you freeze snow and sleet and ice over and over and over and over again.
You know what we haven't talked about enough?
Sticking our tongue to the pole?
That.
Okay.
And snow cream. Chris asked me this morning, have you ever tried snow cream? And I got really mad about it because I did try snow cream once back when I was in local news. They made snow cream for like a bit on the show. I think it's the stupidest thing to ever exist. Snow is not meant to be eaten.
My mom loves it. Her grandmother would make it for her when it snowed.
It's a southern thing.
Okay.
Or a parts where it doesn't snow regularly thing. I've never heard of it.
That's when you just take the snow and make ice cream.
It's not that good.
Hey, listen, I'm not
eat some ice cream.
I'm not trying to eat the snow off of that's been in the atmosphere.
But the snow is real. Can we all agree the snow is real? Have you seen that? Have you seen that?
I can't, Jessica.
CJ?
I can't.
CJ, I meant to send it to everybody last night. What's up, everybody? It is Friday, January 30th. It is going to be a good day. Jessica Benson with you from the Grind City Media Studios in Memphis, Tennessee. CJ Hurt behind the glass. Coming up on today's show, couple Grizzlies games ahead this weekend starting tonight in New Orleans. They'll be back at home tomorrow to take on the Minnesota Timberwolves. We'll get into all the Grizz happenings. Lots of sports happenings last night. The Memphis Tigers got a blowout win over FAU at FedEx Forum. 2 rookies made a little NBA history. Cooper Flagg and Con Knipple in a battle last night. The surging Hornets strike again. Also, there's some great tennis going on, so I'll talk to our resident tennis pro, CJ Hurt, about that. Lang Whitaker will join us. Coming up in the second segment, we'll talk all things Grizz, NBA, NFL with Lang. And then we have a very special guest in studio today, Tyke T, local rapper who's going to be performing halftime show at Grizzlies Timberwolves on Monday, will join us. We'll do some what we're watching. We don't have regals anymore, so we'll just get into what we're looking forward to this weekend. It is a Friday. Regals. You know what we say. The snow is real. The snow is
that came
real.
Across and it's like I can't follow that. I'm not.
Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing beats catching your Grizzlies IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you're catching the Grizzlies at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Grizzlies tickets today. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Memphis.
Big Big Bennett, do you have your new football coach over in Nashville?
We do, yes. Robert Saleh. This is why I'm stoked. Starting in 2019, number 2 total defense, number 5 total defense, number 3 total defense, number 4 total defense, number 3 total defense, number 3 total defense. This dude's going to have a good defense. Like, he's going to be able to turn their defense around, which has obviously been an issue.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Watching the Grizzlies is easy with FanDuel Sports Network. If you have cable or satellite, you're all set. Find us on your channel lineup. You can also use your TV provider login to watch games on the FanDuel Sports Network app. No cable or satellite? Subscribe directly to FanDuel Sports Network online. You can also watch on Prime Video by adding a FanDuel Sports Network subscription. Not sure where to start? Visit FanDuelSportsNetwork.com to learn more.
Grizz Nation, Friday nights just got a whole lot better. Introducing Buckets and Brews, the ultimate way to tip off your weekend. Every Friday this season, grab a terrace-level ticket to the Grizz game and 2 12-ounce Miller Lights for just $55. Get great seats, cold brews, and Grizzlies basketball. It's everything you need to start your weekend off right. So get the deal that's too cold to hold. Go to Grizzlies.com/Friday to lock in your tickets today.
Can we take 2, Jacob? Can we take 2? Wait, okay. Wait, take 2. Wait. I got to start it over. Wait. Okay. Here we go. Thank you.
Feels great to feel the sunshine. Gotta own the day like it's all mine. Just got paid in his own time. Been working hard, I've been on the grind. I deserve this feeling, having my way. I've been on this healing. This is my day. The sun's out, ay. Let's have a little fun now. Ay. I wanna let it all out. Ay. That's what's it all about. Ay. Ay. 'Cause I deserve this feeling, I have it my way. I deserve this healing. This is my day.
Grind City Media presents The Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt. Live from the Grind City Media Studios on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. We made it to the end of the week. I hope everybody is hanging in there. We got 2 Grizzlies games coming up. I got my emotional support plushie, my emotional support Grizz plushie that you too can get if you come to tomorrow night's game against the Minnesota Timberwolves. It is Grizz's birthday. It is a Hoops and Hoodies Saturday. It is everything at FedEx Forum. It'll be a good time. I like this. This little guy's real cute. And again, someone who can make everything feel better. Grizzlies also play the Pelicans tonight. We'll get into all of it throughout today's show. CJ, you want to know what I hate? You want to know what I hate more than anything?
What?
When I wake up with sports FOMO.
How?
What
sport did you miss out on?
Carlos Alcaraz overcame crippling cramps in a 5-setter to win his semifinal match at the Australian Open overnight. Okay. The match lasted 5 hours and 27 minutes. You love tennis. You are a tennis pro. You're telling me that you did not stay up into the wee hours of the night to watch Carlos Alcaraz beat Alexander Zverev?
I enjoy playing tennis. Is that Djokovic? I think Djokovic is on the screen right now. Okay, is Djokovic in center?
Yes.
That's happening right now?
Yes, you could have been watching all morning.
I could have been. Yeah, man. It's this time of the year down there in Australia. They get going. They get after it. Why did I think it's Australian Open, right?
Yes.
Isn't that clay? Why did I think Australian was clay? They're playing on hard court. What's the Grand Slam? U.S. French Open is clay.
Yeah, French
is clay. There it is.
Anyway, he got cramps and he got a medical timeout, and the guy he was up against, Zverev, was.
Oh yeah,
because technically, legally, rulebook wise, cramps are not an excuse for a medical timeout, and so Zverev went off on the whole thing, calling it BS, and said that tennis is trying to protect their 2 guys in Alcaraz and Sinner, and Anyway, he lost in 5 sets. It was a great one. Great match that I didn't see. Watch the highlights. Watch the anger. Anyway, I got a little upset about it.
Did he yell at somebody?
Yes.
This is Coco was running around smashing rackets in the tunnel.
It's really hot there. I feel like the emotions are a little high.
Well, and it's one of the big ones. It's one of the major ones.
Yeah. Anyway, I took a night off from sports last night all around,
did.
so I had a lot of FOMO
Lucky.
because I watched The Pit, I watched Industry, and I watched Traders, and it was a 1-2-3 punch. But then I realized I missed a rollicking effort from the Memphis Tigers.
I watched it.
Is a rollicking effort a fair categorization?
No.
Okay.
No.
They blew them out.
They beat the hell out of them.
92-65.
Yeah.
FAU, number 1 team in the American. Now, was the number 1 team in the American without 2 players? Yes. And were those 2 players their 2 leading scorers this season? Also, yes. But
And they're
a near 30-point win is a near 30-point win.
leading assist guy, leading,
Okay.
and the guy who drives the ship, so to speak, and keeps everything organized. And against the Memphis Tigers, you need that player. More than the scoring, you need somebody who can be strong with the ball in their hand. Because you can handle the pressure that Memphis is going to put on you, and they are going to put pressure on you no matter what. They're going to be physical. They're going to be up into you. They're going to pressure you. If you can handle that, it's not really much teeth to the defense in all actuality, and you can get buckets. And Florida Atlantic just didn't have any of that. And then once the floodgates opened in the second half, the Tigers did a good job of just keeping it going and running those folks out the gym.
Doug McDaniel, 23 points. Memphis shot 50% from the field. They even put Mason Matthews in. Got his first
Good for
Division
him.
1 points.
Good for him.
Good win for the Tigers.
For a while there was Parker on Parker, right? The Parkers were Parker for Florida Atlantic and
FAU
for
and for
Memphis
Memphis.
were trading buckets back and forth, which was pretty cool and neat to see. But, I can't take anything from this. It's the same Memphis Tigers team that it's always been, where, hey, if they can
Maybe
get
the 3 days in Wichita cured them.
It didn't.
What if it did?
It didn't. It didn't. Well, you'll see.
Okay.
When the next team comes in here who can handle pressure, you'll see what it is.
Next up is Tulane on Sunday.
Here?
Yes, here,
Okay.
2 o'clock.
All right.
Come on down.
Go Tigers, go.
Snow and ice. The Snowcrete should be a little bit better by that point. It was nice
Will
to
it?
see. They had all the fans come down into the lower bowl, which I thought was
Oh,
nice.
nice.
Because, it was hard to get here.
They told,
it's hard
they told
for
people
school
not to.
is still out.
Yeah, they told people not to come also.
Right.
Yeah.
So anyway, that was fun to see. The game that no offense to the Memphis Tigers, the game that I wish that I would have watched last night was Hornets Mavs, because that was the big one. And unfortunately, CJ, when you are the surging Hornets, you now get to be a part of the big ones in the NBA. But it was an absolute treat of a rookie matchup. Hornets won 123-121, but Cooper Flagg in the loss, 49 points on 20 of 29 shooting, 3 of 5 from 3, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, and a block. Con Knipple, 34 points, 10 of 16 shooting, 8 of 12 from 3, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal. They are both under 21. They obviously were both teammates at Duke, and that is the 3rd most points by opposing rookies in a regular season game in NBA history. Shout out to Tiny Archibald and Pete Maravich, who had the most with 91 back in 1971. Wilt Chamberlain and Johnny Green combined for 85. But Cooper and Con, 83. How did that Duke team lose to Houston in the tournament? They collapsed in the final minutes, if I remember correctly.
They collapsed in the final minutes, and that Houston defense
Was excellent.
Is still on point as we take a look at Cooper Flagg going for the game time bucket there.
Over Musa Diabate.
Bucket, get out there, get a hand up.
We had to watch Musa Diabate make a 3 on us. Mavs fans, they still lost the game, but got to watch Cooper Flagg put up 49. Listen, it was not lost on me last night that we are just a couple days away from the year anniversary of the most shocking and silly trade in NBA history, which is when the Dallas Mavericks traded Luka Doncic to the Los Angeles Lakers. But if you could have that so ravened and took a look into the future and seen Cooper Flagg putting up 49 points in a Mavs jersey, might have made it sting just a little bit less at that moment. It is the perfect antidote to that baffling decision that was only a year ago, and now you have the future in Cooper Flagg. He looked awesome. In the highlights, he's just getting to the rim. That 3 over Musa Diabate was really nice, but just the opportunities from him making threes when that's what the defense was giving him. He had a big dunk over Diabate as well. It was an electric performance from Cooper Flagg. And you think, from the Dallas perspective, you traded away one of the greats, but maybe, just maybe, you lucked in to having one of the next greats in Cooper Flagg.
Yeah, he's somebody who is such a versatile offensive weapon. When you think about, it's not dudes that size where we got more and more now, but not at an elite level like Cooper Flagg is projecting to be able to be as it pertains to stepping into a three off the dribble contested and knocking it down, not touching the rim, nothing but net. On top of what he can do when he gets downhill, on top of what he can do out of the post, and he's still a teenager. I think he's the only teenager to have a 40-point game in NBA history. So
youngest player in the NBA to ever score 45 plus.
You've got Cooper Flagg out there doing that offensively, and defensively he has a good feel for the game. Also, he's not a complete and total. Not only is he not a complete and total sieve on the defensive side of the ball, he's a defensive advantage on that side of the court. So you got him being a two-way player, and he's still young, and he's got some development and some growing to do thickness-wise, right? Like get that grown man strength. But once he gets that in the next handful of years, the Mavericks will be in business. Now, I don't know. I'm not going to project them to be finals contenders or anything like that. But when you have that type of versatility all in one player, you can build around that. That is an easier build around than some of the other young players in the NBA right now. So, yeah, the Mavs got a good one, man. Good to see last night.
Cooper Flagg still the obvious choice of Rookie of the Year?
Yeah.
He's always getting some pressure from Knipple. And if the Hornets keep winning.
If the Hornets keep winning, then Katie barred the door. God,
Katie barred the door.
The surging Hornets. Come on,
You
man.
heard it here first.
heard it there first.
You heard it here first. He shook his head.
I did.
He laughed when I called them the surging. What is it now? 6 of the last
What
7?
I sent you something else
6
yesterday.
of the last 7? You did. Was it on Instagram?
It was on IG. One of us will find it.
It was something about the surging Hornets.
It was absolutely about the surging Hornets.
I just want everyone to know the surging
It
Hornets.
was insane.
They'd won 6 road games by 15-plus points in January, tying the 2001-2002 Lakers and the 2011-2012 Heat for the most in a month. Both teams went on to win the NBA title that season. But you heard me here first. The surging Hornets. You heard there first.
No.
CJ's predicting a title win.
No, I'm not saying a title win.
That game was another road one. So now they have the most road. Oh, it wasn't by 15.
By 15.
Yeah. Close game.
Yeah, no. So I'm not saying it, but I'm giving you the opportunity to say it.
Statistical evidence would suggest if history has taught us anything.
Well, we don't learn history anymore, so we can stop it.
Oh, you're right.
We can stop.
Oh.
Well, but we learn white history though, and this is a team led by a white dude.
I wouldn't say led by.
Well, I think some in America would say they were led by a white dude.
Led by Knipple?
I think some in America.
I think
would say
Knipple was a very nice piece amongst the nipple is a nice piece amongst his fellow teammates of Ball and Bridges and Diabate.
Oh, when you said
Brandon flippin' Miller.
When you said teammates like that, I thought you were gonna go with of color. That was an odd pause there. His teammates of color.
No. Although it was 2 white boys hooping last night in Cooper.
Listen, man. Who said American basketball is dead in the white community?
Who said Duke basketball was going to drop off? Because that's the representation of Duke. Exactly.
Nobody.
But some people were critical of John
argued,
Shire. But.
We argued on this show about white basketball players, white American-born basketball players and their place in the game today.
And going to Duke.
And look at this. Look at them out there. Look at them out there. Put them in the All-Star game. Let them take on the world. We still win. Let's go. Give me the all-white team in the All-Star game.
John Shire said no. John Shire said you couldn't find 2 people that are bigger fans of each other. I think that's something that can happen when it's, is it Con or is it Cooper? You're not going to split those dudes apart, man, because both those guys love each other. I think it's beautiful. It is cool that they played college basketball together and then have a game like that last night.
It would be much cooler if they didn't play at Duke, but whatever. we don't have to pretend like we like Duke.
It's very cool. Yeah, all of a sudden my brain was doing weird things. I'm like, man, it would have been real cool for Duke to win a national championship last year. And then I'm like, I was thrilled when Houston found a way to win that game in the semifinals.
They're effing fine.
Stop
it's
it.
Effing Duke. Like, get out of here.
Stop it.
Just because Coach K left doesn't make your program any less evil. We still don't like you, Dukies. We still don't. But those who are out there.
Just because you haven't had a tripper in a while.
A what?
A tripper.
Oh, Shao Grayson
Pusher.
Allen. Yeah.
An instigator.
Yeah.
You want to know what else happened in the NBA last night?
I do.
Should I whisper it?
What?
Be quiet.
Oh, gosh.
Dylan Brooks led the Phoenix Suns in a win over the Pistons. And do you know what he did?
What'd he do?
He scored 40 points.
Dylan had 40.
On 22 shots.
Look out, world.
4-7 from 3. 10 and 12 from the free throw line. He also had 8 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal, and a block.
Why are you whispering that?
Because I think it's kind of hurtful for Grizzlies fans who have had a tough week.
How is that hurtful? He got traded a long time ago.
I know, but people still get a little up in arms about it.
They ran him out.
But people still get kind of like...
I was here.
Did you see the shirts that they're making that say Dylan the Villain?
Where?
It's a giveaway, I think.
At Phoenix.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, good for them.
He had 40 points, and in his walk-off interview, his teammate, I think it was Gillespie, came up and was like, all-star this man. And I was like, oh my God. We are living in... Dylan Brooks might be an all-star. Another thing, believe women. I said the surging Charlotte Hornets, and months ago I said, don't look now, but Dylan Brooks could be putting together an all-star.
Dylan's not going to be an all-star.
Because of the Canadian thing.
He's not going to be an all-star.
I think he might be.
No.
I think he might be.
All right. Not all women.
Dylan Brooks for all-star.
Yeah, you got it. That was a raspy whisper.
I used to say Desmond Bain with my chest. I rasp Dylan Brooks for all-star. That's like the way that it should be talked about. What did you get into last night other than watching the Tigers? Anything?
That was pretty much it. Watch the Tigers. Watch some of the Upshaws. You know, that's my show. Watch the most recent episode of Abbott Elementary.
Ooh.
Picture Day. That was a great episode.
Has the little girl from Wicked showed up yet?
Yes, she showed up in this episode.
I saw somebody say, I don't need to see a single episode. Give her an Emmy.
Had to pause it because my wife was like, wait. That's the little girl from Wicked.
Yes.
I was like, oh, okay, cool. I had no idea that's who that was, but all right. Yeah, so that's it. So caught some other college basketball games waiting on the Tigers and in between breaks and things of that nature in the Tigers game. Mostly it was just the Tigers.
I went back to the pit. Thursday nights are my favorite night, and I really love when the Grizzlies don't play on a Thursday and I can watch the pit. Like, we were on the HBO app waiting for the pit to drop at 8. We were on at 7:56, and Chris was like, it's got to be up. I said, it's not 8 o'clock. Went to it. Wasn't up. Got out. Got in right at 8. And that shining episode 4, hour 4 of the pit was there to meet me. Oh, it was gruesome.
Is it all the same day again?
Of course. It's 4th of July this year.
It's 4th of July?
4th of July. You know things are going to get rowdy.
Somebody's getting some fingers blown off and other body parts.
Another local hospital has some issue going on, so they have to send their people to the pit. So they're overcrowded, they're understaffed, they're underfunded. It is the way it always is.
Oh my gosh.
And this is no spoilers, but one of my deepest fears popped up on the pit last night. MRSA. MRSA scares the hell out of me. Chris was like, what's MRSA? I go, you don't think about MRSA all the time? Anytime I have like a small rash, I'm like, I hope it's not MRSA. Nightmare bacteria, they call it. Anyway, we'll take a quick break. Lang Whitaker is going to join us. We'll talk to him about the upcoming Grizzlies weekend. We are continuing to approach the trade deadline. Also, we found out 2 of the invitees of this year's dunk contest. It feels like we just dunk on the dunk contest, but what can you do? What can you do when this is the situation? Also, I'm going to talk to Lang about space, and I can't wait. We'll get into all of it with Lang after a quick break.
I started Wonder Man last night also. Got through an episode.
I heard it's awesome.
I'm 1 episode in.
I want to watch it.
I want to give Jock Landale some freaking love, bro. The dude been balling out of his mind.
Jock's a good player. Jock Landale's been great for the Grizzlies. He has just been... In his own words, miscast.
Yeah, but this has been the best career.
If he's your backup 5, he has been just. I mean, and even thrown into a situation that he wasn't expecting to be thrown into. Yeah. He has been outstanding.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Own the 2025-26 Grizzlies season with the 10-game Flex Pack, the ultimate way to catch all the action on your terms. Choose your favorite matchups from intense rivalries to weekend thrillers and customize your pack to fit your schedule. With 10 games to pick, you'll never miss the moments that matter most. Visit Grizzlies.com/packs today to build your perfect ticket pack and cheer on the Grizzlies your way. It's your team, your season, and your schedule. So don't miss out.
Nate Bargatze.
Look, I say a lot of dumb stuff. I try to keep it in front of large groups. Seems to go better that way.
Big Dumb Eyes World Tour.
When you say something dumb one-on-one, it's a lot for that person. I'll say it, then I can just feel that they feel the weight of my life on their shoulders.
Tickets and info at NateBargatze.com. Don't miss the Big Dumb Eyes World Tour. Nate Bargatze.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing compares to catching your Grizzlies IRL. And that all starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight. Put that jersey collection to use for the next game and get Grizzlies tickets at Ticketmaster. Whether they're here at FedEx Forum or on the road, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring tickets. And there's no better brag than saying you saw it live.
The long goodbye begins. A very special evening with Journey. Final Frontier Tour. Journey. Tickets are on sale now at JourneyMusic.com. Your chance to say goodbye to the songs that changed our lives. Journey. Final Frontier Tour.
Grizz Nation gets set for tip-off 1 hour before every Grizzlies home game with the warm-up show. Get the latest news, notes, and analysis live from courtside at FedEx Forum.
Who's going to be the tougher team that rebounds and prevents second-chance opportunities?
Yeah. Join me, Lang Whitaker, along with Michael Wallace, Jessica Benson, and other personalities from Grind City Media, Memphis, and around the NBA. 1 hour before every home game, live at Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item, whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Welcome back. It is Friday. That means it's time to catch up with Lang Whitaker in studio. He joins us every Friday.
Yo.
He joins us now. Yo.
Seasonal depression.
Is that what this is?
I think so.
Both duplicity of seasonal depression, weather seasonal depression,
Yeah.
and I think a little Grizzly
Trade
seasonal
season.
depression has sunk in for me. I can speak for myself, for fans who
Yeah.
I speak to, and has that been the case for you a bit?
A little bit. I spoke to someone this week who's been around the NBA for a long time, and they were saying, you know what, like, it's like that for everybody right now. Like,
Yeah.
they were like, players are around the league are at that point where they're tired. They've played a lot of games. They've been around their teammates for a long time. Like, this is all-star time, right? This is the time like you get a break. And you get to like go away by yourself for a few days, and then you come back for that stretch run. But like I think you can see it. Like there's a lot of fights happening around the league right now, and
Everyone's
like,
a little testy.
Everyone's kind of feisty. Like this is the time of year where it's starting to like get that way, and I think fans are the same way a little bit. We're all kind of like, all right, we need like just a little break.
Well, and when it's compounded by a 4-game losing streak, it doesn't help.
Doesn't help.
And especially the way that the Grizzlies lost the other night. And
Yeah.
we've talked about it up until that night. Like, this is a team that was in games constantly, even when they were losing, even though the frustration of letting go of double-digit leads was becoming agonizing in its own
I thought you were
right.
gonna say routine.
An agonizing routine,
Yeah.
frankly. And yet it felt worse to watch the team just go down 16 early against the Hornets, even though they came back in the second quarter.
Yeah.
It felt like a game that Charlotte controlled. And I think when you looked at it with a larger lens, you looked at a team in Charlotte who got their guys healthy and are putting together winning basketball at the moment. And on the other side, you have a Grizzlies team that is still not healthy and missing key contributors and is struggling at this point in the
I think
season.
though, if you looked at it with context, you're like, all right, like it happens in the NBA. You come out, you lay an egg. Every once in a while that happens. You come out with a bad start,
Sure.
you're going to lose. If they hadn't lost all those other games in the fourth quarter, you know, if you'd won 2 of the last 3 games, then that game comes along, you're like, oh, okay, I get it.
You're
It
right.
happens. When you lose all the games, then that comes along and you're like, come on, guys. Like, can we just give some effort here? This team has been like, I was thinking we're going to call them 75 cents because they only give you 3 quarters all season long. And it's been happening every single game. And maybe like I was thinking, trying to like figure this out. Maybe they just don't have 4 quarters worth of players.
Yeah.
You know, like a quarter of the team's hurt. Like maybe those guys just like if you had a full roster, if you had Scottie Pippen out there and Ty Jerome playing, that shortens the rotations for everybody else and makes it maybe give you more. I don't know what it is, but I was trying to figure out why. But I do think the other night, that Hornets game, the Hornets looked great offensively. They were so good.
Looked great again last night, beating the Mavs.
Yeah, although they almost blew it.
Right.
But they looked really good against the Mavs last night and against us. And we just looked like we were kind of like done with it the other night. And that happens every once in a while.
Right. And you hope
there's a bounce back.
A bounce back tonight. You do have the Pelicans before you have a pretty challenging schedule leading up to the All-Star break. Grizzlies are now 18-27. With the Mavs loss last night, they fall back a half game. It's kind of bouncing back and forth between the Grizzlies and the Mavs being that team chasing, I'll put chasing in quotes, the Clippers. Because right now it doesn't feel like the Grizzlies are chasing anything. Yeah. And it's January 30th, and we do start to get into this period where you're asking yourself, what am I looking for from this team the rest of the way? And it's always amplified when you just experience the kind of loss that they had, because I know it can feel bleak. But what are you looking for the rest of the way?
I don't know until February 5th.
That's how I
answer
that question to everyone.
We can't answer this until we know what the future is.
It's not a cop-out. It's just a structural standpoint.
Yeah, like if they trade Ja Morant and get a whole bunch of draft picks or something, and you realize, all right, well, this is the roster we're going to have for the rest of the season, that's one conversation to have. If they hang on to Ja Morant and they're saying, all right, we're going to ride this thing out till the summer, you think, all right, well, a couple weeks from now, maybe we have more guys available. You know, if they blow it up and trade everybody, then you're like, okay, clearly we know what we're doing. But I don't think we know till the 5th, and I don't think any of that stuff, I don't think anyone else in the league knows what they're doing until the Giannis stuff is settled, because other teams are looking at this thing. There's like 5 or 6 teams we've heard who think they have a pretty good shot at Giannis. And if one of those teams goes all in and gets Giannis, nobody else is going to be able to do it. So all these other teams pivot to plan B. I mean, the other thing kind of looming over this is the lottery. We don't know when, it's in June.
Right.
A bunch of these teams who have draft picks, they kind of want to see where they land in this lottery. There's a lot of good players. And if you end up with the 10th pick instead of the 3rd pick, maybe you're more willing to go out and make a deal and make a big swing at a player that's already established. So I think for the Grizzlies, like a lot of this is kind of out of their hands, and you're kind of trying to react to whatever else happens.
I do think the upcoming generational draft does give a glaze on this season.
Stop glazing.
I'm not glazing. I'm saying it gives maybe a nice cushion or a nice landing spot, because if you do find yourself in a position, I think it's where some fans are able to emotionally turn that dial from, ooh, it feels gross to watch a team lose, to, ooh, if I can just convince myself that this is all worth something at the end of it, because you enhance your lottery position. And if you're a Grizzlies fan, you're hoping that those other picks end up being positive picks as well. And you can get yourself excited, because that's just how it is. For the first time in a long time, I have a college basketball game circled on my calendar to make sure I watch this weekend. And it's BYU Kansas to see A.J. DeBonsa take on Darren Peterson. And it's been a long time since I can think of 2 college basketball players driving me on a weekend this early. Obviously, once you get into the tournament, it's a different story, and even the conference tournaments. But I'm like, I have to make sure I see that game.
I've watched DeBonsa a lot, actually, the last couple of months, because he reminds me of Tracy McGrady, and he's fun to watch. Peterson, I think there's some off-court flags perhaps around him that we're going to see how all that plays out. DeBonsa looks really good, though, and he's the guy to me who every time I watch him play, he jumps out, because he's got size and everything, and he looks polished. Like, he's really good. I watch a lot of SEC basketball because I just watch the Georgia game, so I get to see every team they play against.
Have you watched Arkansas?
I have.
What do you think about that A-Cuff?
He's really good too. Ament on Tennessee is to me like a little bit further away down the thing, but I want to watch a little bit more. And this is the time of year where you get to watch more. And maybe if your team is playing for the draft, you can have time to look at it. I also thought about this week. I saw people be like, "Well, if you're just going to rebuild and try to get draft picks, that's tough, because you might end up drafting the wrong guys.
You never know. Nothing is ever.
Well, but what's the one thing this team has done pretty well? Draft. Yeah. So like I feel like
specifically draft
lower picks
who have outperformed their draft.
Well, like the only real first round pick that didn't work out was Zaire, right?
Right.
Zaire Williams. But all the other guys have worked out well too. I mean, Sutter Coward this year, they traded up and got him in the lottery. So they've done a good job of identifying the guys that are going to work. And I feel like if some teams you might look at it and be like, that's not a good strategy to do that. For this
front
team,
office
I would say, okay, I'm cool with that. Like I trust them to do a good job on that.
Draft experience and draft payout. We got the injury notification yesterday, or the injury report. It was so interesting when it came through because I recognized where I'm at in this season, where I couldn't even really be amped. But Ty Jerome was upgraded to doubtful, which people have been waiting for. If this had happened, and it does go to show just how things can change so quickly in the NBA in a season, because a week ago, if you had told me, oh, Ty Jerome's going to be upgraded to doubtful, you'd be like, oh, yes, finally, we have an opportunity. And, oh, God, Scottie Pippen Jr. practiced with the hustle. That's great news. And instead, it kind of comes with a whisper. Like, how much does Ty Jerome fit?
Ty Jerome's doubtful?
Yeah, how much does Ty Jerome fix from a standpoint? And I guess we should stop. We need to reframe in a bit of this, but what does Ty Jerome bring to this team when he does return?
Somebody who can
that
dribble.
will allow for maybe the continued growth of other players, i.e. like a Cam Spencer.
Well, when we played the Pelicans last week, and we're in that game till the fourth quarter, the Pelicans outscore us by 14 or whatever it was. And a lot of that in the fourth quarter was we weren't able to get out on the break. Cam Spencer is a fine creator, ball handler on the fast break. In the half court, it's another thing. Especially when the shot clock's getting low, you have to get someone to create a shot. Cam Spencer's going to have trouble doing that. That Pelicans game in the fourth quarter, you had Cam Spencer going up against Herb Jones over and over, and Trey Murphy switches onto him. You're like that's where you get help from a Scottie Pippen, from a Ty Jerome. Also, I just think Ty Jerome pushes down. There's a trickle down effect, like we've talked about, changes the rotations all the way down through the game. I've wondered throughout this season so many times, we went out and signed Christian Coloco. We went out and signed, who was the guy we had earlier? Charles Bassey. Yeah, we've had the bigs. We haven't gone out and really gotten a point guard who plays. And they've kind of just made do without a point guard. And they've, Javon Small's played a lot. Cam Spencer's kind of become a point guard. But nobody's really a point guard. You saw that one game when Jock comes back and immediately starts sending guys and doing play. Yeah. And I know Ty Jerome's more of a combo guard also, but he has more experience playing point guard in the NBA, and I feel like that's going to make a huge difference in the rotation.
Yeah, it's been the guards and the bigs. I always go back to, I can't believe I'm referencing Media Day twice in 1 week. Somebody said Media Day for NBA teams, or any team really, is just the Disney princess frolicking through the village before they reach their first big conflict. And it is. Well, I would say the end of the movie is generally the happiest. It's happy ever after. But that's not how real life works, and that's not how basketball and sports works for the most part. But just when Kleiman was talking about ball handlers on this team, I was like, wow, we're so deep at ball handlers. And you knew at that time, or I think they likely knew, that you were going to have some depth cuts at the big because of Brandon Clark's injury. But you could have never guessed that you were going to be sitting here and we still wouldn't have seen Ty Jerome and Scottie Pippen Jr., who were supposed to be in a pecking line up, and Ja Morant. And we reached this point with Ja and leading up to the trade deadline, and we have 4 games left now until the trade deadline. Somebody told me that you said we were going to win 4 of the last 5 going into the trade deadline. So they got to win the next 4 now.
I said they were going to sweep. It was
you said they were going to sweep. Okay, I tried to give you an out of one.
I was on Grisby, and they were like, make a bold prediction. Like, what's bolder than that?
Yeah,
okay, I was like,
fair.
Okay.
You were just following
instructions. Don't take it out of context.
Is what you're saying.
Yeah, I was swinging big. The worst part about that is Media Day. You're talking about the depth we have at the guards, and then 2 of the guards don't even make it out of the preseason.
Right.
That
defines this season.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, oh, come on, is this again? And we haven't even mentioned Zach Edey being out all the season, and other bigs who've been missing. It's been I feel like it's sort of like seasonal depression. Like the weather has gotten to us all. I wrote about it for the Grind City newsletter today.
Things are hitting me in really specific ways. Like last night, I was watching the interview. I don't know if it's come across other people's timeline or if it's just because I'm a giant Pitt fan that my algorithm fed it to me.
My wife was watching it last night.
But Stephen Colbert had the actress who plays Dana on. Her name's Catherine Lanassa. And she was sharing a story on, there's this old interview between Colbert and I think it was Anderson Cooper where they talk about grief and loss. And it's a really just effective conversation between the two. And so she was referencing that of how it helped her when she was going through a tough time before she got the pit. She hadn't had a lot of jobs. She was going through cancer and she was kind of in a woe is me period. And just the understanding that, you know, life throws you the dumps every now and then. And it can be hard. But all of those losses and like grief can come in the losses of your sports team. And then eventually like the beauty pays off. And that's just how this goes, the human experience.
It's supposed to.
And I'm like sitting there and I'm like, yes, that's how it feels this season. Like there's going to be a good time ahead.
Is that when you saw the Ty Jerome tweet?
And that's when I realized, oh God, this season really has me in my feelings when I'm connecting this very eloquent speech to the Grizzlies.
As a sports fan, that's part of the bargain, right?
Yeah.
We're supposed to, like, you put in all this work, AKA grief, you put in all these feelings, the thoughts, the anguish, the angst, and at some point it pays off. Supposedly, like that's the promise you get, right? Is that at some point your team is going to turn the corner and be one of those teams. Like, I'm a Georgia fan. Like, they never won anything in my lifetime, nothing major.
Sure.
Then all of a sudden you win back-to-back titles. You're like, oh my gosh, like, okay, I'm cool now. Like, I put in the work.
Felt
it finally happened. Yeah, and it happened twice.
The glory of it all.
I'm a Braves fan. The Braves were so good in the 90s and only won one World Series. Someone just the other day was like, this week, somebody was like, wow, you know, they only won one. I'm like, man, we won one. Like, that's cool.
Yeah.
I'll take the one in 95. That's all you need is the one World Series. At some point, allegedly, possibly, it happens with the Grizzlies. We turn that corner.
But I think you have to find the joy. Maybe this is a lesson in allowing the joy. Like, I look at the Hornets right now, and they haven't won anything in forever.
Right, no.
And they're having fun.
Miles Bridges is the third leading scorer in franchise history.
Yes. And their fans are having fun. And their employees are having fun.
Yeah.
And, like, who knows where this goes? And they started the season so poorly that it's going to be hard for them to make
we were
the
there
postseason.
5 years ago.
I know.
Yeah.
And I think it's a reminder
same
of,
team.
you know, there's always the cry of, you can't really have fun unless you're winning a championship. And I get, but that's a real hardline stance. And if that is going to be the stance that you take in your life or allow others to dictate for you, you're not going to have a lot of fun because it's really hard to win it all. But you can experience joy again, and you can experience it. Never.
You got to look for little victories,
small victories along the way.
Yeah,
and
you got to look for those little moments where you win every day.
And the connectivity with fellow fans. Like I always think about it from. I watched a fascinating TikTok on religion last night, and just
the pit and religion.
This pit, religion, but the idea of like what religion, if you are religious, you adopt to is so widely dependent on where you were born, and just the fact of that. And I thought to myself, wow, that's the same thing as sports. Like the sports that you root for are so tribal, and regionally dictated and or familial, but for the most part, like if you grow up in the South, the odds are that one of your teams is probably an SEC team. Or if you grow up in Memphis, Tennessee, your team and your friend's team and your parents' team and your family's team is the Memphis Grizzlies.
Well, you know, the one thing about Memphis is you meet all these people who are NFL fans of random teams.
Right,
the
because they don't have
the
a team.
Cowboys, right. So my son is 13 years old, 12 years old, and I grew up in Atlanta. I'm a Falcons fan, which is sort of a pox on my house, right? Like the Falcons have been awful my whole life. They go to the Super Bowl, blow a lead. Like it's just like that's like the flip side of being a Georgia fan is I'm a Falcons fan. And I always thought, you know, my son's he's not growing up in Atlanta. Like he can pick a team. He's in a city that doesn't have an NFL team. Like maybe he'll pick the Titans because they're close by, or maybe he'll pick the Chiefs because they're like in the Super Bowl every year now, or the Eagles, whatever. Like he's sort of a free agent. And I've never pushed him one way or the other. And the other day he was playing on his phone. Have you ever seen Retro Bowl? Yeah, he's playing Retro Bowl. And I was like, what are you doing? And he goes, oh, I'm drafting a team of all Georgia players. And I was like, oh, what team are you? And he said, oh, I'm the Falcons. And I was like, oh, no. On his own, he picked
Save that man.
Lang, as somebody whose father is a fan of one of those types of franchises, right? My dad is a Detroit Lions fan. He's a Detroit fan. Red Wings, Lions, Tigers, Pistons. It's not enough for you to simply say, hey, my kid is a free agent. I'm going to let him pick because he'll make the wrong choice. You have to actively dissuade them from picking that team. My father actively dissuaded and currently dissuades us from ever believing in the Lions and ever deciding, hey, we're going to be Lions fans.
I've heard you talk about Dan Campbell. I mean, it's fair because the Lions.
Exactly.
The problem is, like, I'm telling him not to be a Falcons fan. We have Bijan Robinson now, and he is so fun to watch. He might be one of the most fun guys in the NFL.
What are you talking about? The Lions had Barry Sanders when I was a kid.
I thought that was later. I thought they had Scott Mitchell when you were a kid.
Yeah, he was a quarterback. And
Herman Moore.
Barry Sanders
They had
was the running
Megatron.
back.
Like, Megatron was fun.
Megatron comes through.
Yeah.
Every time that run the Lions went on with the big one with Dan Campbell was like, oh, this is a legit Super Bowl contender in December, and then they fell apart in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But that run, my siblings were texting in a separate chat like, yo, if they win the Super Bowl, we got to go to Detroit. We can all be Lions fans now. And then they fell apart. Now none of us get to be Lions fans.
Yeah, I don't know. We might have to have an intervention.
I don't know. I think now could be
The
a
Falcons
decent
are doing,
time.
like, we're
it's
at
not just Bijan. Like, you have Drake London.
You got Drake London. You got
You're hopeful
Matt
in-
Ryan just took over.
You're hopeful in Michael Penix.
You just got the GM, like the number one GM prospect in the portal.
And see, this is how
Ian
it
Cunningham.
happens because the dad
Stefanski took the Browns
is
to the
a
playoffs
Falcons
twice.
fan,
He was
and
a coach of the
now
year.
He's like, maybe this is the right gateway time
This might be
for
it.
my son to follow in
Now,
my
look,
footsteps.
it's up to him. I'm going to let him choose.
Of course.
And I've never once said you should cheer for the Falcons. The Falcons are barely on TV. I don't
Yeah.
pay for the NFL season pass thing. That's $800 or whatever it is. I just watch Red
Right.
Zone. So like maybe
So
that's
he sees Bijan
that's a problem.
Robinson
He
a
sees a
lot
lot of
this season.
highlights. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm
funny.
just letting it go.
It was announced yesterday that we have 2 accepted invitees
gosh.
for the dunk
Yeah,
contest.
this is dire.
Jackson Hayes and Carter Bryant. And it just has become such a thing to hate on the dunk contest. But you see that tweet and you're like, what are we doing?
I was told again by my son. Jackson Hayes last week in a game did a through the leg dunk.
I saw
that I
it.
didn't see. But
I don't
he
recognize
was like,
anything
oh,
he
he did
does.
a cool dunk. Carter Bryant's super athletic.
Okay.
I don't know if he's creative. That's the main thing. Do you remember on Grisby, they asked me who I want to see in the dunk contest? I was like, do you remember last year? Mac McClung won it. And immediately afterwards, John Morant, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Aaron Gordon all said they were going to do it.
They said they were going to put on the
all
capes.
of them.
And
now
they were
they all
going
have
to come
calf
save the day.
strains. They're all hurt now, so I don't know.
They're all hurt, and 2 of them are on the trade block.
But there was all this talk right after the thing that those guys were going to do it, and I thought, oh, at least maybe those guys will like
I thought
convince
Nike
the
was
middle
gonna
class
save us.
to move up into it. But they don't have anybody who's like great dunkers.
I'd rather have Jay Huff.
Devin Booker.
Where's
like,
Jay Huff?
Yeah, but like do 2 reverses, then you're like
I
out.
know.
I don't know. Like we need somebody.
I don't need Jackson Hayes to represent. I mean, that's like the direst of the direst.
The big problem with Jackson Hayes is that he's a big. Like big guys
The
don't win
big
the
problem
dunk
with Jackson
contest.
Hayes is something far
Other
bigger
things
than that.
too. But yeah, but just in general, big guys don't win the dunk contest.
Yeah.
You need somebody like Carter Bryant. I have no idea. Maybe he's interesting. Maybe who knows? Maybe he's good. I just know Mac McClung's out.
It was depressing.
Yeah.
I have had the bold take that Dylan Brooks could be an all-star this year based
think?
on the World versus USA format. I did see last night Zach Lowe named his Marc
I saw
Gasol
that, yeah.
All-Stars, which really threw me off because at first I was like, was Marc Gasol a guest on one of these shows and picked his? No, this was Zach Lowe's categorization of the players who are not obvious superstars, but who are very fun to watch.
Yeah.
And he included Dylan Brooks on that list, along with Donovan Mitchell, Amen Thompson, Isaiah Stewart, Moussa Diabate, Shaedon Sharpe, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and Stephon Castle.
I don't know. Diabate might be an actual all-star. the way,
The way he's playing right now.
Yeah.
Well, then he got
He gave up
3
that
in his
3,
face
yeah, to
over
Cooper
Cooper
Flagg.
Flagg, so that's his highlight of the day. I was like, why couldn't? Anyway.
Dylan's been great.
Yeah, he's been
for that
awesome
team.
this season.
I want the
Anyway.
Suns to lose as many games as possible from now till the end of the
Right.
year. So,
Devin Booker and did you see the thing with Kendall Jenner yesterday?
yeah, that was weird. I think that's it's got to be an ad for something, right?
I thought they
It feels
broke
like
up.
it's like
I don't keep
oh,
track. I thought
Yeah,
they broke up
they
and
did,
now they're
but I feel
flirting
like,
in Instagram
I don't think it's
comments.
flirting though. I think that must be like paid.
You're like me. This time of year, everything you see you don't trust because
No.
you're convinced that it's a Super Bowl commercial.
You're watching religion TikToks. Like I don't know what's going on over here.
No,
in the
okay.
pit.
You want to know what actually it is? My husband and I during dinner, when we have dinner.
I like it when
just
you
the
start
two
a
of us.
story and you're very like reticent to tell it.
Well, we watch the TikToks that we've sent each other,
During
and it's
dinner?
always funny. Yeah, and it's all not always, but when we have like a night where it's just the 2 of us and there's no sports
Yeah.
that we like need to be watching
don't
while
talk.
dinner. No, we talk
We
all the
watch
time.
TikToks.
We talk all the time. But he sends me notoriously in our household, like all learning-based TikToks.
like
they're
that.
all like 5 minutes
Shout out
long,
Chris.
history
Yeah.
lessons, religion lessons, sports lessons, whatever it is. And they're always really interesting. And this one actually was fascinating from a geographical standpoint. But that's how we ended up on that TikTok last night. But I do, this time of year, really question everything I see and assume that it's leading towards a Super Bowl ad.
Yeah.
And so when I saw the Devin Booker, Kendall Jenner back and forth, I was like, are they doing this for the sake of an ad?
It's gotta be.
Or is Kendall back with him because she's seeing Kylie with Timothy leading up to the Oscars and Timothy trying to get Best Actor? And then I just forewent that conversation and said, I also hope the Suns lose a lot of games for the sake of the Grizzlies. That's my only
Boo
official
Suns,
stance
boo
on
Magic.
anything with the Suns. Boo
Yeah.
Suns, boo Magic. Although that Magic song when they win is so damn catchy.
Well, they don't win enough.
I know. A couple things before I let you go.
Yeah.
The NFL has officially appointed a chief kindness
Oh, really?
officer. You missed this?
Yeah, who is
Adam
it?
Schefter tweeted this yesterday.
I thought you were going to say it was Adam Schefter.
Chief kindness officer, and I checked multiple
Mr.
times
Rogers?
to make sure it was really Adam Schefter.
Oh, I saw this name.
It's Darman, and every day I learn of a
Darman.
new person.
That sounds like a TikTok
who-
that
He has,
Chris will send you.
he has 4.3 million
Yeah.
followers on Instagram. He's the founder of Darman Studios. He's obviously an influencer. Fun fact, he was once charged with 13 felony accounts of fraud for allegedly defrauding a city beautification program while operating his real estate company. But
cool.
he's come around, and now he's the chief
We've
kindness
all made
officer.
mistakes.
The NFL got dunked for this yesterday. Just
Because of the
trashed.
13 felonies?
No,
Or-
because why the hell are we having a chief kindness
Yeah.
officer?
On a-
And when I saw
in
it,
a
I
sport where
assumed
you try to kill your opponent.
exactly. And there is a video. Like I went to Darman's
Yeah, Darman.
page, Darman, and watched the video that they put out, the first one, and it's so dumb.
Was it kind?
It's like trying to teach both NFL players and NFL fans to be more kind.
All right.
Funny enough, the two references that stand out, they're all NFC West because it's the Rams. I think watching Niners film, and he's trying to get the Rams players to be like
Kind.
nice in their hatred.
Yeah.
And then Seahawks fans on a couch watching a game, and he's trying to get them. And then they do some weird thing with the refs or the officials should throw flags in a kinder way instead of throwing them. It's so stupid.
We should get Roser to
I mean, it
talk to him.
has to be something for why?
Because Roser hates the Seahawks.
Oh yeah, he would
He's
be
a
a
Niners
perfect
fan.
test
Yeah,
case for
and like
this,
it does.
yes.
Like he was saying he's picking the Seahawks to lose by 3 touchdowns
Yes.
in the Super Bowl, not for football reasons, just because he hates the Seahawks.
Correct. I know. I love Sam Darnold.
I think this Darman guy should talk to more fans.
I think this Darman guy is an industry plant, and I think it's really strange. And obviously, we're going to see an ad of some kind for that during the Super Bowl. But no one would have really noticed it if Schefter. They're obviously working with Schefter
Yes.
because that's what makes it a little PR plant. Because then it riles people up, and
Yeah.
people are, "What the hell is this?" I read your newsletter this morning.
Yeah.
And this is perhaps the most important thing I wanted to talk to you about. We're going to the moon again.
Yeah, next week.
And nobody's talking about it.
We're not landing on the moon, but
No.
we are going to the moon.
Yes.
Yeah.
4
NASA's got
people.
Artemis.
Artemis 2.
It's our new spaceship.
It's been over 50 years since we went to the moon.
Yeah.
Thanks to Even Stevens. I always know that we went to the moon in 1969. That's
Yeah.
when we landed on the moon,
Yeah,
not
that was
1968,
Apollo.
but the year later.
Yeah.
But like Apollo 8 was the one that circled the moon for the first time
believe,
with the
yeah.
slingshot around the moon.
Well, Apollo 13 is one that was going to land and
Right.
had to slingshot around by accident. 8, I believe, slingshot around. And then 11, was that Neil Armstrong?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
11 was the one.
Yeah. As Grind City Media space correspondent, I always keep an eye on these type of stories. I just took a class last semester at University of Memphis, astrophysics, and there was a lot of NASA stuff. So I've kind of had an eye on NASA stuff, and I follow it on some of my socials. And it popped up the other day, and I was like, oh, wait a minute, this is next week? Just like 2 weeks ago, they had to evacuate the space station. Did you see that story?
Yes.
Yeah. Like that feels like that's like a movie, like a Michael Bay movie that we don't know about. Like we still don't know why they had to evacuate the astronaut. There's still one guy up there. There was, I think, 4. 3 of them got on a escape pod and came back to the Earth. No one's talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
Now we got a whole big, huge spaceship taking off next week that's going to loop around the moon and come back.
It always makes me think of one of my favorite anecdotes from, it wasn't Apollo 11. I think it was whatever one was originally supposed to slingshot around, where they said in the lead up towards it, and they understood the real danger was for the astronauts to get stuck on the way home. And the concern that constantly got brought up was, we can't do this because we cannot have people looking up at the moon for the rest of their lives and thinking about dead people.
Yeah.
And that was like something that genuinely kept them,
Yeah,
but
they
got over it and they did it anyway. But it is so odd that now it's happening again. And I read this Time magazine article about it today where they tried to compare it to the happenings in the world in 1968, or more appropriately, like what was happening in America. You were coming off the assassination of MLK
Vietnam War.
And Robert Kennedy, and you had the riots in D.C. and Baltimore and at the Democratic Convention. And they were like, the moon exploration saved 1968. And now it's 2026 and no one cares. No one cares anymore.
It united us because we won the space race,
Yes.
right? It was us
so
against
it was
the Russians.
Back to the sports piece of it all. Won the space race.
Speaking of teams letting go of a lead in the fourth quarter, first one to space, Russia, Soviets. First thing on the moon, first animal on the moon, the Soviets. First space, the Soviets. First people to land, we landed, we won, damn it. USA, USA. You chant with me, people. USA.
You guys should watch on Apple TV From the Earth to the Moon, Jessica. It's a great show. It's about the people who did Battlestar Galactica reboot. And Craig Brewer and I talked about it last time he was here because he knows them. It's called From the Earth to the Moon, and it's a science fiction show about if we had lost the space race. And it's really cool.
Wait, what's it called again?
For All Mankind.
For All Mankind.
I'm sorry,
I watched the first few episodes and we just never went back to it.
No,
but I
good.
like the concept of it a lot.
The cool part about that show is it gets into the 80s, and like Sally Ride's in it, and like other people you've heard of are historical figures are part of the show.
Is Katy Perry in it?
Not yet. I haven't gotten that far.
Damn.
No, she's at Jeff Bezos' thing.
She's the Jeff Bezos
The one thing about
astronaut.
the Artemis thing going to the moon is like the pod that they live in is something like 600 square feet, or it's tiny, and it's 4 astronauts who are going to be in there for like a week and a half, and people are like asking like, how are they going to go to the bathroom? How are they going to stay clean? Like, what's going to happen with these 4 people jammed up in there for a week and a half?
It was also, was it like the 40-year anniversary of the Challenger recently?
Something like that,
I kept getting Challenger videos fed, and I said, I can't watch these.
Don't you think like this
always make me ill?
The Artemis thing, like, shouldn't we have like a live stream going on this thing like now?
I don't.
Why? But it seemed the technology. It's not like 50 years ago when it was like watching in black and white on a TV. Like we should be able to watch on our phones.
I honestly, I don't know. I'm speaking for myself, but it just feels as if space exploration became kind of
boring.
Not boring, but commercialized.
Well,
and it took away from the scientific nature of it and turned into the spectacle nature of it. And I don't really care, which is sad. I wish I cared. I loved space. I loved going to the planetarium when I was a kid. I thought that the astronaut food that you could buy at planetariums was like the coolest thing. The ice cream and the pizza. And I found space fascinating. And I still find space interesting. I just don't love what it has turned into. I don't love that Katy Perry went to space. And,
Are you jealous?
No. I don't have any desire. I think it's cool. I love to watch it from down here. Of course you would.
Yeah,
that does not surprise me one bit.
Go.
Also, my friend texted me while we were in this segment. Kendall Jenner mocks the Kardashian curse while trolling athlete exes in Super Bowl 2026 commercial.
Boom.
Don't believe anything you see these next few weeks
she didn't
because
have
it's
to put
all
an ad
for the
on it.
ads.
You told me you don't have to do the hashtag ad anymore
If you're,
on that stuff.
No, you have to.
Why didn't she have to put an ad on there?
Because she's just doing comments. She's just interacting, and then they're going to use it
but
for
it's
an
fake.
ad.
All right, whatever.
Who else did she go after? Yeah, it's a whole thing. The Kardashian Jenner curse. She's not even. Her last name is Jenner. When we talk about the Kardashian curse, I don't even think about the Jenners.
The tell should have been that she was being clever. That's how we should have known. All right, somebody wrote all this stuff.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
This isn't real. All right, Lang,
All
we
right.
appreciate you.
Go Grizz.
As always, you can sign up for Lang's weekly Grind City Media newsletter at
was a sad one
grindcitymedia.com.
today.
Grizzlies, Pelicans. It was.
Yeah, been stuck inside for a week and a half.
Seasonal
we're all ready to
depression.
get out of here.
The seasonal depression
The roads are a
never
lot better
ends.
than I thought today.
How are they in your neck of the woods?
Part of the Mud Island, like yesterday, it was
Yeah.
all wet and slushy, and I was afraid today we were going to wake up and it would all be frozen like a big sheet of ice. But actually driving on Danny Thomas and stuff today, it's a lot better than I thought it was going to be.
What was the best thing that you cooked for yourself
Oh,
over
man.
this time?
I was trying very hard to not go crazy.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to you're just sitting around, so you don't exercise and burn it all off.
Right.
My wife liked the other night. I made just a rice bowl with I found a ribeye steak that was in the freezer, And I sliced it real thin, so I did rice and steak with like a soy mirin sauce on top. That was really good.
Delightful.
Yeah.
That sounds good. All right, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, Tyke T is going to join us in studio, local rapper who's going to be performing at halftime of Grizzlies Timberwolves. Quick scheduling note while I think about it, a business thing that we did not get to. A couple rescheduled Grizzlies games coming up because of the one that was postponed against the Denver Nuggets. The Grizzlies will now play the Dallas Mavericks on March 12th. That game was originally supposed to be played on April 1st. They will make up the game against the Denver Nuggets on March 18th, and they will play the New York Knicks on April 1st, rescheduled from March 18th. So that is the new schedule updates for the Grizzlies following their postponed game because of the weather. So that is all taken care of, and we will see the Grizzlies play tonight. Pelicans, Grizzlies, Timberwolves tomorrow. Lang will be here. Thank you, Lang. We'll take a break. Tyke T on the other side.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Nate Bargatze.
Look, I say a lot of dumb stuff. I try to keep it in front of large groups. Seems to go better that way.
Big Dumb Eyes World Tour.
When you say something dumb one-on-one, it's a lot for that person. I'll say it, then I can just feel that they feel the weight of my life on their shoulders.
Tickets and info at NateBargatze.com. Don't miss the Big Dumb Eyes World Tour. Nate Bargatze.
Grizzlies fans, dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but nothing compares to catching them IRL. And that starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight in person. From seeing your favorite Grizzlies stars up close to hearing the squeak of the sneakers on the hardwood. Put that jersey collection to use and get tickets at Ticketmaster. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside, Memphis.
Big Ben Bennett, do you have your new football coach over in Nashville?
We do, yes. Robert Saleh. This is why I'm stoked. Starting in 2019, number 2 total defense, number 5 total defense, number 3 total defense, number 4 total defense, number 3 total defense, number 3 total defense. This dude's going to have a good defense. Like, he's going to be able to turn their defense around, which has obviously been an issue.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Jeff Dunham, Artificial Intelligence, his all-new tour.
Jeff Dunham. You're the other white meat. How can you be so smart on one hand and so stupid on the other? Well, you're half of it. I realize I could have avoided all this years ago with one simple word. I do not. Silence!
Don't miss a Memphis. Friday, April 10th, FedEx Forum. Tickets on sale Monday, September 29th at JeffDunham.com.
The only thing better than Saturday Night Hoops is when it comes with an exclusive Grizz hoodie. Every Saturday this season, $60 gets you a Grizzlies ticket and a limited edition Grizzlies hoodie. 4 different hoodie designs dropping across 4 Saturday games. Not sold anywhere else. Don't miss your shot to collect all 4 designs. Grab your tickets and gear up now at grizzlies.com/Saturday.
I want to give Jock Landale some freaking love, bro. The dude been balling out of his mind.
Jock's a good player. Jock Landale's been great for the Grizzlies. He has just been, in his own words, miscast.
Yeah, but this has been the best for him.
If he's your backup 5, he has been just, and even thrown into a situation that he wasn't expecting to be thrown into. Yeah. He has been outstanding.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Welcome back on this Friday. We have a very special guest for Music Friday. It is Tyke T. He's doing the halftime show on Monday when the Grizzlies take on the Timberwolves here at FedEx Forum. He joins us in studio. How you doing?
Jessica, thank y'all for allowing me to be here. This means a lot. It really does. Like I was telling y'all, I'm big fans of y'all's. I'm just big fans of like the Memphis media team, 92.9. I listen to that all the time. So to hear your voice on Grizz Files and to be in front of you is kind of crazy. So thank you for the opportunity, seriously.
Well, we appreciate it, and we're excited to see what you cook up for Monday. How did this all come together? You're originally from
Smyrna, Tennessee.
Smyrna.
Yeah,
I never know how to pronounce
S-M-Y-R name.
I know.
Murfreesboro, that area, Middle Tennessee.
Yeah.
I got to Memphis in 2011.
Okay.
Just chasing a dream. I was very broke. I don't know what camera. Didn't have any money. Just came here just trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
And then my career really got kicked off in 2014, for real. Like, I won the K97 Next Big Thing. Shout out to Devin Steele, Big Sue, Mike T, still rock with all of them. But right after I won that, there was a contest, the Memphis Grizzlies Showcase Championship. This is 2014, y'all. This is a long time ago. Like, Jason Potter and them was here. This was a while ago. And I won that contest, and I started a relationship with Gary Goins. And Gary Goins is a legend. Gary, I love you. When you hear this, I need you to know you're amazing. Thank you so much. Yes, the house band. But the contest was great, but really what came out of that was me building that relationship with Gary. Gary's been asking me to come back now for the last 12 years to come up here and do the house band stuff. But this is my first time coming back as my own Tyke T to do the halftime show. So it's a big moment for me. I'm super excited.
So what's the plan for it?
It's gonna be amazing. I asked Amber, I don't want to be throwing names out there, but a couple of the people, I was like, can I fly in like Shawn Michaels? And she was like, no, we probably ain't gonna let you do that.
I love the vision.
I was trying though. Like, this is my moment. Like,
if you don't try,
me and my manager were talking about it. You really can't do the most during the halftime, but you can definitely do the least. So I was trying my best. But now it's gonna be really cool. I'm excited. Got the Grizz girls coming in. We got pyro, we got fire. Like, I'm trying to give you the show because I want everybody to know independent artists can do everything just like a big artist. So I'm trying to give it everything I can. Live band, everything.
You're in the midst of doing this project.
I am, today. First song drops
today.
The name of the song is called Expiration, 25 to 40. Thank you for reading that document, girl. You amazing.
Got it. But I love the concept because you're 25 Fridays away, and we've got the graphic, and you've got the driven.
And I got the shirt on
and
right
you've
now.
got the shirt. So we've got all the marketing on.
So, since the graphic is up, sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
Why The Simpsons?
It's my favorite show of all time.
Okay.
That and Martin, they rival, right? Okay. So the project is called 25 to 40. And, I got 25 weeks until I turn 40. And so I wanted to celebrate that. And every Friday for the next 25 weeks, I'll be dropping a new song. So today, the first song is called Expiration. You can visit www.25to40.com to stay updated with it. But I just wanted to do something different. I feel like I'm stepping into the 2020s version of how music is. You can't just drop a song and hope for the best anymore.
Yeah.
Like, you really got to figure out different innovative ways to drop music. Shout out to Bob Muir, because Commercial Appeal did an article on of the project, and what he said is Tyke T's always trying to innovate different ways you can drop music. And I wanted the concept to go into the 40s to be I'm leaving a legacy behind with all my songs. So I'm excited for the project.
What's the song Expiration about?
Expiration. So the song is about your dreams not having an expiration, right? And I thought that was a really, really, really important thing to start with in that conversation because, in hip hop, it's such ageism, right? Like, you can be 88 and still do music and rock and nobody care. Like, people gonna come to your show, buy the tickets, they're gonna be in there bopping. But hip hop is bro, what you doing? That's a young man's game. And I get it, right? So for me, my dreams don't have an expiration. That's for anybody. Whatever they tell you can or cannot do, your dream don't expire. It only stops if you stop it, right? Yeah. And so I'm excited. Shout out to Adagio. They're the girls on the choir. It's an amazing local black female quartet group. Quartet 4, right? Yep. Did I say that right? Yeah, thank y'all. All right. Anyway, if I didn't, Steven, clip that because I might be wrong. Anyway, and we just coming together and we want to let everybody know your dreams don't expire because I'm finna be at the Forum halftime as myself as an independent artist, and if I would have gave up to it years ago, I wouldn't be here. So
how does that work for you at this point in your career? Because I love the idea. I do think from an artistry standpoint, not just in hip hop, but beyond, be it movies, TV shows, music, you're seeing more artists really come into their own post 40 and have the opportunity to finally, quote unquote, make it. But I don't think people who aren't in the business understand just how challenging and how many years and how much sweat equity goes into it. So I guess the question I'll start with for you is just what keeps driving you in this business, and where do you see yourself sitting right now, and what those dreams still look like?
That's a great question. For me, it really is about the drive. You know, everybody now talks about like, you know, work and this and that, but like in 2014, that's what I was talking about. 2011, that's what I was talking about. My brand is driven by music. We cut off the music because we just want it to be more inclusive, so now we just call it driven. So you might be driven by podcasting, you might be driven by philanthropy, you might be driven by accounting, whatever it is that you have the drive for, never stop and never give up on that. And like my core competency, or the thing that's always gonna separate me, is the drive. Because like last night, I'm gonna give y'all an insight of what I did last night. I had to go pick up shirts because I gotta make sure that the band members got shirts. I got stuck because I drive a Ford Fusion, and that car shouldn't be on the road last night.
Not
it shouldn't
right now.
it shouldn't be on the road last night.
Uh-uh.
So shout out to Heather. I want you to see this, Heather. Like, so the girl who prints out my shirt, she came out. She better than me, because I've been like, bro, you've given me the money. That's it. What else do you need from me? Now, she came out. She called her neighbors. They pushed my car to get me. I called my dance choreographer, like, bro, I don't know if I'm coming, because I feel like Snowbageddon just got me. He's like, come on, Tyke. So then I went down there to Wheaton, to the Grind Studio where the Grizz Girls dance, to go to dance rehearsal. Like, this is like 9, 10, 11 o'clock where ice is turning over. You see what I'm saying? It's like the drive. Like, for my dream, I'm willing to give my life for it, because I saw my life flashing last night when I could not get out. Like, I'm not gonna stop for this, however, whatever it takes. And like, and as I sit in the 40, it's not about proving to anybody anything anymore. What it is for me now is to continue to do what I love. And the thing about the music industry is there really is no middle class. You either like Beyonce or you nobody. But I don't think it's got to be like that. Like, I can have a full-fledged career doing what I love every single day. And it's really about just figuring out like 1,000 people that will like lock in on you. If you can find a core base of like 1,000 people, you can do this for the rest of your life.
Oh, my favorite go-to saying is, and I was just sharing this with another friend who's a creator who's in documentary filmmaking, and he was struggling because his film wasn't picking up the views or the accolades or the people putting money into it that he wanted. And I said, if you can mentally get to the spot where you would rather be 9 people's favorite thing than 100 people's 9th favorite thing, then you can find joy in the arts, which takes away from needing to make money and needing to make a living and wanting to do this as a full-time job. But that idea of like a real strong community loving what you do is a real key.
That's the key. And that's why I'm so excited about 25 to 40, because I get 25 shots of the content, right? Like, the content creation is probably like the biggest part of the music industry now, right? And so like the thing
that crazy.
It's just unbelievable. But like, that's what I'm so excited about. Like, I had to become a video editor. Like, and like them 14-year-olds on TikTok will show you what to do in CapCut. They really will. Just take some time, learn. Like, I had to learn how to clone myself and like all these little pieces of content. And I'm excited to throw those shots out. And shout out to the Grizzlies. Like, they let me get so much content in the form that I can post out and like utilize and leverage, that I'm really thankful, because they didn't have to do that, right? I'm just coming on Monday, but they was like, nah, Tyke, we see the vision, we see what you're going. So I was able to do like little video countdowns, like, hey, we in week 4, y'all gonna see that content soon. Let me know what your best song is. Well, I'm doing that at the forum. Like, that's kind of cool, just like all the ways they were allowing me to utilize it and access that piece of content. So I'm excited for what y'all gonna see. I really am.
You brought up a time or two that you're an independent artist. What's that been like, and do you look towards any other independent artists, current or past, for some inspiration?
It has been, I'm gonna say this, it ain't been by choice. Like, listen, if Sony Records, so y'all trying to sign me, pull down. I'm not anti-record label, I'm just pro-partnership. And most of the time, if you're not walking in with like 2 million views on this and that, then they're probably gonna try to throw you something that's gonna put you in a bad deal. And really, a record deal at this point, if just being honest, is like, it's just a bad loan with a lot of relationships. So I can go get my own business loan at this point. It's not that big of a deal. But the people that I looked to when I was growing up, it really wasn't a ton of independent artists, I'm gonna be honest. Like, you gotta understand, I'm older, so like the person I was competing with, I don't want no Smoke 50, but like, you gotta understand, when In the Club hit, that was like the biggest song in the world. So like, I remember when I was in MTSU and I was like, I'm probably finna change my major to business, because 50 said he ain't even get no degree. So that don't really make that much sense to me at this moment. So I looked at artists like, you know, Kanye, well, you know, that back in the day Kanye, I don't know what he's doing right now.
He's working through it.
Yeah, that Kanye. I understand this might be a name you can't say no more in 2026, but Drake, like, he was huge influence on me as well. But then like a lot of like the, I listen to a lot of R&B, so like Bobby Brown, Jodeci, you know, my wife loved Beyonce, so you can't not have Beyonce in the house. Like, those are the people that really, but the people I look at now, like independent artists, is like La Russell. He's killing it. Like, he's about to do a Super Bowl. Like, he's gonna do like the house band for a Super Bowl. Cool. Rush, I look at a lot of him. I don't really like listen to their music, but I listen to like how they're like maneuvering through the game and how they're like pushing content to go into the next age of music. So like, and there's so many local independent artists I check out too, man. It's like Memphis is a hotbed of just everything. Like, if you,
what's it like being in the art community in Memphis?
It's amazing. And I don't get out as much as I used to because I'm old and I got a 4-year-old and he's rapping, so which is exciting and like which is kind of interesting, Jess and CJ, because it's like we've went viral a couple of times for a lot of this family-friendly content. And y'all finna be surprised for 25 to 40, because I'm finna be cussing. And mama, I love you. I don't want no smoke. And if y'all see me at church, just love me the same way. I got 25 songs. Everything couldn't be, the Cocoa Melon song. You know what I'm saying? I had to switch it up a little bit. So like, I don't want no smoke. Steven, let's clip that, because I need them to know that. But like, it is huge, bro. Like, I remember when I first got here, like being out on airways at like a club with DJ Rax from Hot 107 on a Tuesday night, trying to compete, trying to like get a radio spot. Like, that's what you had to do, or to win the K97 next big thing. We was over there. It's Love now, but before it was Love, before Curtis Given turned into Love, it was another. I forgot the name of it. And I went Census. It was another club, and they had the contest there, and it's like it's packed wall to wall. Every single artist trying to figure that thing out, like. And the thing I love about Memphis, by me being a transplant though, like, Memphis shows you love. If you show love back to the city and you dope, they gonna rock with you no matter what. So like, the community is great. There's so many dope independent artists out here. And there's so many artists that are just not street rappers. And I got nothing against street rappers, because Memphis has a lot of street stuff going on. Like, let's never take that away. But there's so many other artists within the city. You just gotta find the time to find them. It really is.
Is there somebody that you dream of collaborating with or performing with? I know
Beyonce, if I could do that right now. Michael Jackson immediately, and Drake. I don't care, Drake.
Michael Jackson might be a little bit tough, but we can work on Beyonce and Drake.
I'm sure he's got some tracks that are still out there that hadn't been released yet.
I do a whatever. Drop it on there.
I love that. Get connected to the movie that's going to be coming out. Everything.
Craig Brewer. I feel like you know him. I'm throwing names out while we're here. Rock with me. Put me on. But yeah, man. And just if I can't do the like music, a big piece of me as well, Jessica, is like I do a lot of stuff for TV and video game trailers. So that was a big portion of my career. Like, my first thing I got in 2014 as well was on Bad Girls Club. Crazy.
As an actor?
No, I didn't act. Like, what I mean by sync is like having your song play in the background of it. Right. So that was a big portion. So we're talking about monetization. A big way I'm able to fund my career is through that.
So you're working with like a music supervisor who then puts your music into a show or a video game.
Right. So one of my biggest ones is like All American, or like on Power, like with 50 Cent and all of that stuff. Like, so like a lot of the stuff that I do is for that. And even if I can't get directly to them, if they're like doing a movie, so like, once again, Craig, if you need something, reach out to me, because I got you. But yeah, man, that's like a big portion of it. If I can connect with a Beyonce movie, that would be great. If I can have my own song synced in that.
Are we still because everybody talks about the state of radio right now as everybody sort of shifts to more streaming options.
Right.
Does radio still hold that sort of a premier place as far as it goes to, or as it pertains to introducing a listening audience to a new artist? I worked at the same place Rax worked, right?
Oh,
like
okay,
I had conversations with Rax and all of them over at Hot. Shout out to the Hot Boys over there.
Yeah.
But it just seems to me, one of the things when we talk about radio and its steady decline is, well, how are people going to be introduced to new artists? Is that still the best way for new artists to be introduced to a community?
In my opinion, I think radio still make people stars. I don't care what nobody says. Like you can be doing well and bubbling on TikTok and social media, but like for you to become like a household name, like your auntie's auntie probably need to know who you are. And I think they still listen to the radio. And now, I don't know if you need to put 100,000 in it no more, like how you still, I don't know. I don't want to get into payola rights and stuff like that. Let's not even have that conversation. But anyway, but yes, I still think you can be bubbling, but I do think for you to go to that next level, you still probably need to have some type of promotional campaign that's going to be involved in the radio, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But also they go hand in hand. You still got to make sure you're putting the content out there. Bless you. TikTok, I know people are erasing TikTok now, but TikTok is the forefront of music at this moment. Threads, you got to be everywhere that everywhere going to be, but I think the next level is going to be putting your stuff on radio. Now I can't afford it, so y'all just finna get these. Y'all finna get these memes from me. Like, I'm just being honest.
No, I saw Jennifer Lawrence was on the Amy Poehler podcast, and she made a joke that's gone like meme viral.
Right.
I don't know any new music because there's no new music on the radio anymore. So how am I supposed to discover new music? And it really is true. And
really
I think like the use of the word bubbling on TikTok is so, because there's someone I might see on TikTok, and it's not until they also reach Instagram, and they also reach Threads, and they also reach Twitter, and maybe, God forbid, they reach Facebook, and our parents see it
and then
finally.
my grandmama knows.
But like, I even think of somebody like Olivia Dean this year really took off on TikTok.
Is that the husband song?
No, that's the Ray song.
Okay.
Baby, where the hell is my husband?
That's hard.
That is and her marketing rollout on TikTok on that was
What was it? I didn't see it.
Just like all of a sudden everybody was using that sound, and she posted it 100. And really going in, she makes a lot of great music, but the understanding of this song might have some juice. I'm gonna have it be everywhere, all at once.
That's the point.
And going over and over. Olivia Dean is the man I need, talk to me. Anyway,
But I know it's hard, though.
She's up for a Best New Artist now for Grammys.
Shout out to the
whatnot. And so you
Grammys.
like make that next kind of wave over where you become a little more known, and maybe you do get played on the radio. But I imagine that's challenging.
It is. It's very challenging. And I do want to shout out the Grammys because I am a member of the Memphis Grammy chapter. I used to be one of the board governors, and I was actually going to go to the Grammys this year, but it actually worked out that I didn't because there was no way I would have been able to do all the rehearsal and stuff we're doing to get here for Monday. So God is amazing on that. And so, but yeah, man, music is amazing. And promotional campaigns are still very important. It's just for me, I got to do this a lot more grassroots because the thing about being an independent artist, so like the downside of it is those relationships, right? I don't have $100,000 to put in a campaign, so what I got to do is create all the content myself, put that junk out, run $15, $20 on them ads as opposed to putting $100,000 behind. I can't do that. And so y'all allowing me to come to stuff like this is super important because we'll clip this, we'll chop it up, we'll put the content out, we'll run an ad on it. Hopefully more people will watch your show, but hopefully more people come to me as well. It's a partnership. So.
Well, we're really excited.
Thank you.
Halftime Monday night.
I cannot
TykeT,
wait.
Be there.
25to40.com. This Monday, come and see TykeT. It will be an amazing 6 minutes. I'm going to give you everything. And my goal is after this that every other independent artist does not have to wait 12 years to get on that floor. Y'all could come and let them do it tomorrow. But let me do it again before they do it again. If that makes sense.
I love it.
I love y'all.
TykeT, thanks for joining us.
Thank
We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll wrap this show up on a Friday, get into what we're watching this weekend when we come back.
Watching the Grizzlies is easy with FanDuel Sports Network. If you have cable or satellite, you're all set. Find us on your channel lineup. You can also use your TV provider login to watch games on the FanDuel Sports Network app. No cable or satellite? Subscribe directly to FanDuel Sports Network online. You can also watch on Prime Video by adding a FanDuel Sports Network subscription. Not sure where to start? Visit FanDuelSportsNetwork.com to learn more.
Now that's the new edition way.
I feel like there's another level we can take it to.
What you think, Mike?
2 steps ahead of you, Slick.
What's good, bro?
What you doing, man?
I'm in. Woman, you don't even know what I'm getting ready to ask you. Here's the vision. All 3 of us on the same stage every night.
Gonna be crazy.
No barriers, no separation.
It'll be like 9 kings and a queen.
The next level starts now.
Memphis, Monday, February 16th. Tickets and rinksider packages on sale now.
The long goodbye begins. A very special evening with Journey. Final Frontier Tour. Journey. Tickets are on sale now at journeymusic.com. Your chance to say goodbye to the songs that changed our lives. Journey. Final Frontier Tour.
Grizz Nation gets set for tip-off 1 hour before every Grizzlies home game with the warm-up show. Get the latest news, notes, and analysis live from courtside at FedEx Forum.
Who's going to be the tougher team that rebounds and prevents second chance opportunities?
Join me, Lang Whitaker, along with Michael Wallace, Jessica Benson, and other personalities from Grind City Media, Memphis, and around the NBA. 1 hour before every home game, live at Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
New year, new goals, same unstoppable Grizz grit. Tip off your fitness journey and turn up for the home team with a special offer from Planet Fitness. Grab tickets to any January Grizzlies home game and score an exclusive offer from Planet Fitness today. Start 2026 strong by cheering on the Grizzlies and meeting your fitness goals. Don't wait. Lock in your seats and your special offer at grizzlies.com/January. Offer valid for online ticket purchases only. Welcome back on this Friday as we get ready for the weekend. No workout. So instead,
sad. What are we gonna do?
What
is
are your
a show without the
activities
workout?
of the weekend? I mean, I did realize we could still technically call them games of the weekend. That is not. They are not the football games of the weekend. It's not the Rafcows.
So just do basketball
And just anything.
and other sports
How about
with the understanding that it's football.
the viewings of the weekend? The revows.
Love when we have behind the show meetings in front of the camera. It's good.
Well,
absolutely.
sometimes every now and then someone gives a good idea.
Sometimes they
like
do.
somebody else pipes in and says, "What about?"
Yeah.
And we're like, I love when somebody not being paid to work on the show gives us an idea for the show.
Gosh,
It's
we
my
need
favorite.
it. Is that what you want to do?
Revows.
Does
that sound weird?
Yeah, it does sound weird.
Does it sound like a work
It
husband and wife
sounds like
situation?
we're doing our
yeah,
vows
I don't
again.
like that either.
I don't like that.
Well, because this time of year, I'm also like looking for the movies.
Mm.
You know, I'm looking for the games and the movies.
It's big college basketball this weekend.
Ragmaus.
Duke and Virginia, if I'm not mistaken, are playing tomorrow.
Yeah.
Michigan State plays tonight.
I know. That was,
Let's go with BYU
as
and
mentioned,
BYU
Kansas.
and Kansas.
The big one.
Just flip on the TV. If there's a Big 12 basketball game on, watch it because it's incredible basketball. Premier basketball conference, or one of the premier basketball conferences in the nation. I was looking at who's a really, really good Arizona.
Yeah.
I was looking at Arizona's February schedule. They play 7 games. 5 of them are against teams currently in the top 15. And their first game outside of the month of February, it's against top 10 ranked Iowa State.
Oh, fun.
Like they're just playing good basketball over there. But outside of college basketball, I might try and watch, speaking of the movies, I might try and watch one battle after another.
Wow.
Might sit down and
On
say,
the max?
all right, let's sit down and see what this is, what's going on here. I am intrigued enough by the odd stuff that I see to say, okay, what the hell is this? What's going
Saw
on?
one too many Bavino memes.
That is, I have no clue what that is, but
Yeah.
probably that's what got me to watch Parasite. That's how I ended up. I
okay.
watched Parasite around this time, the year that Parasite was up for
Yeah.
the Oscars. And it was just, everybody was talking about it. It was just really, really weird stuff coming across. Like, okay, I got to sit down so at least I have some sort of reference to what's happening. And Parasite was incredible.
Awesome.
So I expect one battle after another to sort of fit that mold for me.
It's so funny because that's the example of a good Oscar campaign that almost feels organic, where you just hear about this. And I'll give Sinners credit because I think Sinners did it when it first came out. A lot of Sinners groundwork was laid when it was in theaters because it was a word of mouth. Hey, you got to see this movie. Yeah. Everybody's talking about this movie. One battle after another has just kind of put itself into the cultural zeitgeist. The opposite effect is happening with Marty Supreme right now. Like
really?
Marty Supreme, there's all the energy for Timothée Chalamet to win Best Actor, but now he's fighting against There were some allegations about the director that have come out. There's always been a kind of like internal film world question of why the Safdie brothers don't work together anymore. And now it's come out that a project that they worked on long ago, there was some inappropriate behavior on it. And so that's getting reported. Kevin O'Leary is out there making appearances, and people are like, they should have just locked him away until the Academy Awards happen. But that's what you get when you cast Kevin O'Leary in your movie. And so it's just funny when you think about movies that need a bump this time of year, because like those movies have been out at this point, especially One Battle After Another, Sinners, Marty Supreme came out around Christmas, I guess. But I very much look forward to what you think of One Battle After Another, and I can't wait to talk about it. I'll probably watch the final of the Australian Open. Sinner got upset by Djokovic. 5 sets, another 5-setter, two 5-setters.
I saw that happen. I didn't want to interrupt you in lane.
Yeah.
I saw
but
the Joker
Alcaraz
do
is
the
playing
interview.
to be the youngest to ever complete the Grand Slam, and I'm intrigued enough to have it. And then I'm not going to say that I'm absolutely watching the NHL Stadium Series, but I did see this picture of the rink that the Lightning and the Bruins are going to be playing on at Raymond James Stadium, and they're really leaning into the pirate theme, and I'm at least intrigued enough to give it a gander because I love that setup. Bruins Lightning.
Lightning, Tampa Bay?
Tampa Bay.
Oh, it's Pirates
and
all up and down the East
Gasparilla
Coast.
season, and we talked about it when the Memphis Tigers were playing in the Gasparilla whatever bowl, that they should have leaned into the Gasparilla theme and the piratiness of it all. And that right there is a perfect example because I saw that ice rink and I was like, well, shoot, I wonder when this game is happening. I'd be kind of interested in seeing that. And if they did that for the bowl game, just think of what they could reach. They could be Pop-Tart-like.
Your resident Penn State fan and alum wants you to know that Penn State and Ohio State 2-5 in hockey is taking place outside.
Where?
It's their,
I do love outside
it's their
hockey
it's the annual outdoor hockey, collegiate hockey matchup.
Okay.
So yeah. So
At
that's also
Beaver
happening.
Stadium.
Shout out, love Beaver.
I love the Beaver Stadium.
Stadium full of
Those are
Beavers.
fun.
Let's do it.
I do enjoy. And then the Grammys are Sunday, and I always end up watching the Grammys.
Oh, okay.
Because I like the performances.
All right.
We'll see who the Grammys piss off this year. It's always
Everybody.
someone.
Everybody.
That's a nice thing. So that's a communal experience. Everyone gets a little mad by the Grammys.
I can't get mad at them anymore. I just don't have it. I don't. Once they started creating categories so Beyonce would stop winning, it's like, oh, okay, cool.
Wasn't the
All
best.
right. All right. This is what it is.
I was looking at and I got out of the page of the Grammy nominations list. I was interested in, like, best song, like, album of the year is Bad Bunny, Justin Bieber, Sabrina Carpenter, Clips, Pusha T, and Malice.
Ah, that's the one.
Lady Gaga, Kendrick Lamar, Leon Thomas, and Tyler, the Creator. It feels like GNX has been out forever. Like, I love that album, but I'm a little fatigued, and that's what happens sometimes. And then Record of the Year, DTMF, Bad Bunny, which, as you know, is my favorite Bad Bunny song.
I said DTMF yesterday.
I think you said DTF.
No,
Did you
I
have
didn't.
an M in there?
No, I had letters in there. It might have
Okay,
been.
there was maybe
it might have
DNF?
It might have been DMTF or something like that. But I definitely had some letters thrown together as Bad Bunny songs. Yes.
Man-Child,
Mm-hmm.
Anxiety.
Anxiety.
Yeah, Doechii.
That was last
I know,
year?
that's what I'm saying. Wildflower. Abracadabra, abracadabra. I do that all the time at home. Luther, The Subway, and APT.
APT?
APT.
The Bruno joint?
The Bruno joint. I'd still give it to Luther. And that feels like 8,000 years ago.
No, that's the Super Bowl was last year, so that's when it.
And then Best New Artist, Olivia Dean, Katsai, The Marias, Addison Rae, Somber, Leon Thomas, who I love, Alex Warren, and Lola Young.
All right, good for them.
There we go. All right, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Come to the Grizzlies game tomorrow and get your, what are these called?
Are they not plushies?
Are they plushies?
I don't know. Get that little stuffed animal.
Get
Hold
this
it up.
little guy.
Hold it up. Go to.
Hi.
Hey, that's where you go. GCM fan for the tickets. GCM fan, go there. Get your tickets 30% off. Hey, where's the hoodie graphic? I told somebody we throw the hoodie graphic up, Jacob. If you can find that for me.
You can't just ask Jacob
I
to
can
throw the
ask
hoodie
Jacob to
graphic
do
up.
anything because Jacob knows how to do stuff. Damn it.
He's got a cape. He's gonna save the Grizzlies.
What I like is they went with the old school Grizz.
He's got real sleepy eyes, like me.
Yeah, because he's the fat Grizz. He's not the Ozempic Grizz. And again, Saturday Hoops and Hoodies right there. Get your hoodies, get tickets, go to, grizzlies.com/Saturday. Get an exclusive hoodie, man. Go ahead. There you go.
All right, everyone. We'll see you Monday. Have a great weekend. Bye.